Toxic people are those whose energy saps the vitality from our spirits, whose words pierce our hearts like daggers, and whose very presence seems like a hurricane. They are mirrors that reveal the frailty of our own tranquility rather than just being barriers. Their words enrage us, their actions agitate us, and their very presence can try our patience to the breaking point. However, we learned a fundamental truth from the ancient philosophers of inner mastery, the Stoics. The ability to deal with toxicity comes from changing ourselves, not from changing the toxic individual. Because, as Marcus Aurelius once said, you are in control of your thoughts, not external circumstances. When you recognize this, you will get stronger. Dealing with toxic individuals requires transformation rather than merely survival. Every interaction with such people serves as an invitation to overcome our negative emotions, hone our self-control, and strengthen our resilience. In addition to equipping us to handle such people, Stoicism helps us get stronger as a result of the challenges they pose. Together, let's go out on this road to strengthen our souls and recover our inner strength. These 9 ageless strategies, which have their roots in Stoic philosophy, will help you deal with toxic people with grace, wisdom, and unwavering strength. First, observe the toxic individual, as Epictetus stated in your exam. Challenges serve as a reminder of who they are. What if we viewed toxic individuals as tests rather than enemies whenever we came across their negativity? We are given the chance to put our virtues into practice. Can we maintain our composure when provoked? Can we maintain our composure in the face of animosity? Can we tell the truth when there is manipulation going on? Consider a toxic individual as a sparring partner in the life gym. Our resilience and self-control muscles would never develop in the absence of resistance. Every nasty remark they utter feels like a burden. Every unreasonable demand presents an opportunity to assess our capacity for stability. Thus, the next time you encounter toxicity, stop and consider, what am I supposed to learn from this person? How can I apply the values I try to live by in this circumstance? Instead of running away from the storm, approach it with the attitude of a Stoic warrior. You will no longer be alarmed by their disarray. It will only make you stronger. Step 2. Learn to be indifferent. Second, reaction is what toxic individuals thrive on. We give them more power the more we interact with them, whether in the form of rage, irritation, or contempt. A Stoic, however, is aware of the secret. Apatheia is the source of true strength. Seneca described a calm disregard for outside provocations. Being different from your adversary is the best kind of retaliation. This is intelligence, not weakness. We give the toxic person the fuel they need when we don't respond. Think of their comments like waves hitting a rock, rather than snapping or giving an extended explanation. Even if the waves howl, the rock doesn't move. This does not imply disregarding unfairness or putting up with damaging conduct. It indicates that you are in charge of how you react. And fixed mind cannot be disturbed by toxicity. Their words and deeds become like the wind, sensed but never feared, with experience. Think about this. Does my value really change because of this person's opinion? Does my peace have to be dictated by their drama? No is always the response. Step 3. Establish limits without becoming enraged. Compassion was emphasized by the Stoics. However, they also recognized the value of borders. People who are toxic frequently go too far in taking advantage of our generosity or our weaknesses. In actuality, protecting oneself is not cruel. According to Marcus Aurelius, it is necessary. You have the ability to retreat whenever you'd like. When the mind is well organized, there is perfect inner peace. Punishing the toxic person is not the goal of setting limits. It has to do with keeping your peace. Think of your existence as a garden. Would you let weeds grow out of control? Obviously not. The barriers that guard the blossoms of your well-being are called boundaries. Herein is the wisdom of the Stoics, however. Setting boundaries requires not being hostile or angry. Talk clearly and calmly. Indicate the things you will and won't accept. If they have a negative reaction, keep in mind that you have no influence over it. All you have to do is respect your boundaries and keep the peace. Put the fourth dichotomy of control into practice. A significant distinction is at the heart of Stoicism. While some things are beyond of our control, others are. People who are toxic are definitely in the realm of things beyond our control. You are powerless to alter their words, actions, or decisions. However, Epictetus stated that you have power over how you react. We have control over certain things and not others. Knowing this releases us from the draining endeavor of attempting to influence other people. Give up the idea that you can change a poisonous person or convince them to change their ways. Rather, shift your attention inward. Consider what I can control at this very moment. Can I choose to be patient rather than angry? Is it possible to select clarity over ambiguity? We find freedom when we let go of the things we cannot control. We have regained our inner sovereignty. Thus, the toxic individual can no longer control us. Fifth, utilize logic to calm tumultuous emotions. Strong emotions, including rage, frustration, and even despair, are frequently evoked by toxic people. However, according to Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics taught that reason is the remedy for such unrest. Any external source of misery is not the cause of your pain. Rather, it is your perception of it, which you are free to change at any time. Take a moment to consider your feelings. Why are you disturbed by this person's actions? Are they really acting in this way? Or is it how you understand what they did? Do you give their poisonous behavior more weight than it merits? The mind is an effective instrument. Allow reason to serve as your guide when emotions flare. In the big picture of your life, consider how fleeting everything is. In a year, will this occasion still be significant? Probably not. The hold of harmful emotions can be broken by this viewpoint alone. Choose compassion above disdain in step 6. It's easy to treat toxicity with contempt. However, the Stoics encouraged us to choose a more noble course. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Tell yourself when you wake up that the people you will interact with today will be intrusive, ungrateful, haughty, dishonest, jealous, and sour. They are thus way because they are unable to distinguish between right and wrong. A toxic person frequently lives as a prisoner of their own suffering or ignorance. Their actions don't represent your value. Rather, they are a mirror of their inner conflict." This viewpoint does not justify what they did, but enables you to approach them with compassion instead of animosity. Being compassionate is not a sign of weakness. It is the capacity to look past the shortcomings of others and resist giving in to their negativity. Choosing compassion for yourself is the best course of action, as harboring anger simply serves to contaminate your soul. The seventh step 7. Make your inner stronghold stronger. The mind is compared to a fortress by the Stoics. A strong intellect cannot be attacked. Toxic individuals try to get past our barriers, but it is our duty to make sure they are unbreakable, according to Marcus Aurelius, while a weak person dissolves at the first sign of attack. Your thoughts are under your control, not outside activities. Create this inner stronghold by engaging in regular activities. Think about your values. Think back on what you did. Make your character so strong that no slight or provocation may make you lose your composure. Consider your intellect to be a flame. The slightest breeze extinguishes a weak flame, yet every wind gust makes a powerful flame brighter. Allow toxic individuals to be the wind that strengthens the fire within you. Step 8. Eighth, set a good example. A Stoic person does not degrade oneself to the level of a toxic individual. We lose if we react cruelly to their cruelty. Rather, let your behavior to reflect the values you cherish. When they anticipate fury, be patient. Epictetus once observed, "Be kind when you expect bitterness. Instead than describing your ideology, live it out." You can disarm toxicity by leading an honest life. You expose the toxic individual to others as well as those in their immediate vicinity. How real strength appears. This does not imply putting up with mistreatment or sacrificing your morals. It entails maintaining your moral compass and declining to emulate their toxicity. By doing this, you set an example rather than using words to guide others. Step 9. Give up your desire for vengeance. We drink revenge in the hopes that it will hurt someone else. According to Seneca, the Stoics believed that seeking revenge would only serve to link us to the same people we want to avoid. How much better is it to recover from an injury than to seek retribution? Forgiveness is something you deserve, not what they deserve. Give up grudges. Break the bonds of bitterness. By doing this, you set yourself free. Your ideas and actions are no longer controlled by the toxic individual. Don't forget that forgiving isn't for them. It's for you. It is the last step in taking back your authority. Concluding remarks. Toxic finding. Just as waves will crash and storms will rage, people will always exist. However, altering the planet will not bring to true peace. It can be found in self-mastery. Let's rise above the conflict and turn hardship into a source of our strength. Stop wasting time debating what a good man ought to be. As Marcus Aurelius once stated, become one. Keep your cool in the face of chaos. Be the flame that cannot be extinguished by the wind. We appreciate you joining us on this wise journey today. If you have been motivated by these insights into Stoic philosophy, keep in mind that real strength does not come from mastering the outside world. However, I advise you to go more into the teachings of Stoicism if you found benefit in taming the self. Next, watch these 2 videos. For additional insights into ancient philosophy and mastery of current life, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If this spoke to you, please hit the like button and forward this message to anyone looking for courage and clarity in the face of adversity. Remember that the only real power is found within. Until the next time, be strong, moral, and most importantly, free.